Today I want to share with you a reflection on the search for inner peace. Inner peace is something that seems to elude us and seems to be an ephemeral goal. And yet, in struggling with difficult emotions, in trying to understand our own reactions, it is actually exactly that we're looking for. And inner peace is something that we can cultivate, and we can learn to turn our attention to the inside, where this inner peace resides and where it's available as a kind of ground of experience. So no matter what is on the surface, no matter what the emotions are, and no matter what is happening in the mind, the inner stillness is always there. And it's just a question of learning to trust that it is and to turn the attention that way in order to reconnect with it. It's our birthright, and it's something that has come to us completely naturally as children. And when we rediscover it, we find out that it was never away. And it feels very natural and completely ordinary. So if you've been on a spiritual search, you might have had heightened spiritual experiences and very special experiences. And from there, we tend to generalize and think of self-realization as something that would stabilize that or whether it will be an even more heightened experience. And it's actually much more simple and always available in the present. So I would like you to join me in the next 5 minutes in just a simple exploration of your current experience to see whether what I'm talking about is available in its simplicity and in its immediacy. Always, if we take the time or if we are mindful of it and we don't ignore it. So I invite you to now sit, take the time, put away distractions if you're multitasking, put the other things away for the next 5 minutes, and let's examine the current experience. So the current experience may include a busy mind, may include thoughts and worries, other mental turbulence. And just notice that. Notice the stream of thoughts. Maybe notice the kind of the particular thoughts that are arising. Are they of a certain kind? Are they anxious thoughts or happy thoughts? And at the same time, usually there's an underlying emotion, whether the emotions are triggered and very much on the foreground. It doesn't have to be that. Often there's like an underlying emotion that is there in the background. And notice that. And notice also if a judgment comes in, if that emotional tone is other than what you would like it to be. Notice that judgment, notice that preference. These are all contents in consciousness, and if we turn the attention to them, they're immediately known. There's nothing, you don't have to work hard to get in touch with them. You just know that they're there, including the preferences, including the judgments, the self-judgment. It's all there immediately in your experience. And at the same time, there's the experience of the body. Notice how much you are in the mind and how much you are physically present. Sometimes if the mental content is extreme and very turbulent, there's little connection to the body. So to calm the thoughts down and the mental stream, it can very much help to connect with the physical sensations in the moment and with the breath. So if that's your case, if that's the case presently in your experience, connect with the body, connect with the breath, and notice, is the breath high in the chest, or is it more in the stomach, in the belly? And maybe put your hands on the belly and intentionally bring the breath there. You will notice a slowing down in the thought stream and possibly settling of the emotions if the attention goes to the belly area and the movement of the breath. And as you notice all these things, the emotions, the mental content, whether that's very turbulent or very subtle, the bodily sensations, you also can see that there's immediacy in that experience. There's an immediacy with which all of that is known. And it is held in consciousness, it is held in awareness. And the words here are not relevant. If you followed particular spiritual paths, you may have learned a certain vocabulary, but let that go. Be present in the experience and see how, at the same time as the content is there, there's also the awareness of the content. And they're not separate. It is through the content that the underlying awareness of it is also directly known. And the underlying awareness, it doesn't have objective qualities, but is directly known, and it is stable, and it is peaceful. And even that's saying too much, but you can rest there. It is wholesome, and it is whole. So I hope in this joint exploration you have tasted this non-dual state and know that it's always available. And it cannot be touched by the turbulence on the surface. So however turbulent the emotions are, or the mental states, the witnessing of it is what holds it, what makes it available to experience. And that is completely unconditioned and all accepting.